You should be a partner in defense of, people that are dishing out falsehood. Are we there? Okay. Yeah, this is the beginning of the project. This chain is 0.
That's
now, just a little. Just hold on. The brown roof is the landmark. Is it correct? It's here in front. Oh, okay. Continue. Where's the White House? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the first building. Hold on. This is the first building we demolished. And that is on the right-hand side. Are you seeing it? The White House. That's the first building that was demolished. And so continue with that. And you can see after that, you see some block work, and then we continued. Yes. That is, hold on. That is a landmark. And so I want you to, when we show you what we have constructed, I want you to see whether that building is still standing or not. But everything on the, seashore, you can see some shanties that are there that were, demolished. And, some swimming pool. That's what were demolished. Yes. That's what we demolished. But the landmark property is there. Touch it for them to see, it's not, demolished, Yes. So go ahead. High-tech and Kesha, at what point did we divide into two? At this point. Okay. So to save properties, we now choose this road and we chose also the frontises. So you see all these properties were all saved. You see all the properties you're seeing, we saved all of them, including that tall building. So they were all saved. Go ahead.
So let me add that without knowing the owner, sir.
Yes.
It was the most reasonable thing to do, and you did that, sir.
For economic reasons. So you can see there are no encumbrances here. That is when one carriageway followed this section, and the other one followed the ocean, shore. When we came together, let me know. Continue. Okay. Continue to the Whitehall building. That's where, so we did this, to save these properties, even though these properties, are on the gazetted route. But the Renewed Hope administration, as directed by the president, say, look, we have to put human face on it. And that's why we worked day and night with the contractor and Engineer Kesha to ensure that we redesigned. And it was in the process of this, you can see this location, in the process that we diverted to this location, where we have refuse up to a depth of 10 meters. And that delayed our construction because that was not in the budget before. And so we had to dig out the refuse up to 10 meters, backfill it, and then we had to wait for settlement. And that made high-tech to go and buy, equipment that, fast tracks, settlement. And so we are back, after this White House. We have come back together. So continue. Yes. So go ahead, Kesha, continue.
So instead of having to demolish about 1,500 houses, we took the most economic route, whereby we were left with less than 700 houses to be demolished.
Continue.
We felt it's better to pass through the swamps and through lands than to pass through houses, which lessen the burden on the people. That is to say that this administration is a caring and a listening one. I've said it several times that it is not possible.
This Ocean Estate, is it?
Yes, sir.
Ocean View.
Goshen.
Oh, Goshen View Estate. Okay, get us to kilometer 13, where you have the African Plus and MTN cables. Let's say our decisions there.
They are 24.
That's where it is.
No, this one should be 13.
Yes, it's important that we want to emphasize this. We need to see all the cables. Yes, the cables from the ocean and the plant, plant house and all the stuff. Yeah. It's not properly shown, but the yellow line is the cable from the ocean. Yeah. Very good. So what channel is this? Kilometer 19. Now, I saw about 3 cables. This is the main cable. And this red line is the design that we had done before. This is where we intend to follow. And of course, it is cheaper for us to follow here, because we will take some from the sea, and we also have the benefit of the ocean. But when we're confronted by the African Plus and then MTN, and of course they wrote to Mr. President. We were directed to do everything not to touch the cable of, so we appeal to Lagos State government to give us a new right of way. Let me say that the federal government has no powers over the land, unless if it is within 250 meters from the sea shore. Otherwise, it's the Lagos State government. So it's the Lagos State government that gave us the new alignment. Can we see the new alignment, which now avoided the upper one? That's the upper one. You see. So that is what we have done. And to get to this point, it's not a broom that you bend. So we had to start avoiding the entire stretch. You can see our, you can see the red is the cable. You can see the previous alignment, and you can see the upper section is the new alignment. And so we had to start from kilometer 13, and we started to bend. Can you show us there? Yes, that's kilometer 13. Yes, you can see how we now veer off. So show us the new alignment from there. Continue. Yeah, that is from here. Is that correct? So go ahead slowly. So that is the upper section. And so all the buildings within this section were avoided. But the major target, for us is the cable. Is the cable. So if we had followed the red line, it's cheaper for us, it's better for us, but that is going to cause a lot of problems. So this way we followed. So show us kilometer 18, where the international woman, is. Where is it? Is it there?
don't worry.
That is kilometer 18. Yeah, but it is. Now show us the properties there. Properties, show us a different, the properties within that location. I want you to show the gatehouse of the woman. This is the place. Look at it. Did you see any building there? No. That is the place. That is the place. No building. Internet does not lie. Pictures do not lie. This is the location. There is no single building. So I wonder where the $250 million is. Is it buried inside the swamp? So that we can all go there to look for it. Can you show us the gatehouse? There is a gatehouse there. Aha. Look at it. Go forward. You see the gatehouse. This sand you are seeing, now we put Amo. You see the gatehouse. Is the road that is demarcating her distance. That is the only thing that is there. And we have enumerated it for payment. Look at it. That is the only thing that is there. There is nobody here who doesn't have this kind of gatehouse in his premises. So if this gatehouse is costing $250 million, the public should judge. So there is nothing on the land. You can steal the land, even though it has been acquired for overriding public interest, the remaining section. This one is not our own. We passed through here, the people did not talk. But let me clarify that it's Lagos State government that has the right of occupancy that gave us this route, not Dave Umai or Kesha. But I'm not angry with the woman carrying my name. My name was never mentioned in the US before, and I would like her to go to Canada and UK, because when I finish, I don't know whether President will send me as an ambassador, so that they would have known me very well. So that is very important in this briefing. The landmark issue, you've seen it. We've also seen the international controversial woman, own place. And I want the public to place inquiry on the way of the $250 million. So that let it not be 4190. Let it not be that somebody is collecting money and telling people in diaspora that we have built a state for you. We have done this, and it will negatively impact on the image of Nigerians. So we need to place, inquiry on the woman to prove where the $250 million is. We should all be interested. No be so? Yes. Those, in agreement with me, say aye. Well, that is the public opinion. Kesha, round off.
Your Excellency, sir, out of the about 700 project affected persons that were enumerated, about 500 has been compensated, leaving behind 100 and something to be compensated. We scoped them for 18 billion.
I'm sure you said to me this morning you've paid 16 billion.
Yes, sir.
Even though what was in our budget of the contractor is 8 billion. Mm-hmm. But I had to talk to the president. He said, Minister, go ahead and pay them. Yes. So we paid about 16 billion today. Yes. There is still one or two people who, contesting theirs, and they took us to court. We floored them the first time, and the court said the court had no jurisdiction. I think they have gone to the state high court. We are also there. There are about 7 SANs that are defending us because we are doing the right thing. So apart from those few people, we have paid every other person. And I think Mr. President deserves, our, rounds of, applause. Can we put our hands together for, Yes. Now, this is what we have. And when I was on this route, I said to myself, if the street of a coastal highway can be this, how will the street of heaven be? This is beautiful. I want us to go on this, today, where the contractor will speak for himself, but this is beautiful. Yes, that's landmark. You can see that the properties are still intact. Is it not correct? Did we tamper with the major, infrastructure of landmark other than the shanties? Can we say we have done very well for landmark? Can we? If you are clapping, clap very well now. Yes. These things, they don't lie. Because if you are, asserting, you have to come with proof. This is us. This is landmark. Even the new tower that are building, we made sure we avoided it. Okay, go ahead. This shows kilometer 18. Now this is now 3 lanes. The other one is running the other way. You can see it far there. And you can see after the White House, we had to save this also, even though they were all built on the gazetted alignment. But Mr. President, by his kindness, says avoid what you can avoid, because it's still money of Nigeria. So we are now back, side by side on the 2 carriageway. This is Goshen Estate. We saved the whole of this estate. We saved it, left and right. Let me say that if this road, were in use and we had that problem of Independence Bridge, we wouldn't have had a problem, because all you need to do is to come out by Jakande Estate, get to Lekki Phase 1 and 2, and then you can from there link up to the mainland. We must know that in the next 10 years, it's possible that the population of Nigeria will get to over 250 million people. And if we don't construct new roads, presently we have a lot of traffic jam in a lot of major cities in Nigeria. But this project is going to evacuate all the traffic jam out of the town, and then and that will be a big plus for us. We are not only building for today, we are also building for tomorrow. And of course, there will be a rail line at the middle. The middle is 12 meters gap, and there are some location on our own. We had to also do piling work for the train station. Anyway, we are rising for, flyover. We've already done a piling, so that the Ministry of Transport will just build on what we are doing. Because we don't want a fresh piling which will disturb, the foundation of our destiny. So now this is kilometer 13. We stopped construction here. You can see the sea is very, very close. You can see this location, it has even washed off. So we took journalists to this place yesterday, and we told them why we had to stop work, about 1 kilometer, because the ocean is eating into the road. And it's not unexpected, but we didn't expect it to happen this fast. So we are going to, do shore protection here. We do shore protection, the design is on, and the moment we install the shore protection, then we can now complete this 1 kilometer. Go ahead. Yes, continue, get us kilometer 13 and show us how we deviated from the ocean to kilometer 18. Even along this route, going from kilometer 18, the Obas land was affected. And if you steal Obas drum, where will you play it? That is one proverb. So, but where the Oba did not, talk, somebody is making noise. Yeah, this machine is a newly acquired machine, and it helps to, do pulverization and consolidation so that we attain stability within a short time. Yes, that is it. And then this is cement being poured. You may not know that we are not just putting concrete, we are also putting cement on the stone base for stabilization. So which one is this now? Huh?
18.
Is it kilometer 18? No, it can't be.
Go to 18.
Go from 6. Where is kilometer 13? I want us to see how the road started to deviate. Guide us slowly from 13 to 18. That's the flyover, yes. This is a mechanism to apply chemical that will prevent rapid, evaporation of water. If water goes out of the concrete quickly, it will weaken it. So they use chemical to retain the water. Yeah, kilometer 13, yes. Show us a lengthy years. Yes, continue gradually. Okay. So this is 16 now. So go ahead to 18. You can see activities. You can see the amount of refuse here in this location, and it is important that we keep all this documentary. Yeah. Where is kilometer 18? The woman's International Women's Place. That is here. Can you shrink it for us to see the other location? Can you shrink it to see how we passed and the remaining land? Aha. Oh, that is what you want to see. And I saw that Kesha has put in too many culverts in that location. Yes, look at the land. You can see the vegetation. There is no single building, before and after we have passed. So this is the place. This is the place. You can see the fence of the woman. You can see the fence. There is no single building before the fence. Every sand field here is done by us. Yes. Okay, I think both the press and the audience have given us a certificate of no objection. We can proceed to the end of the project. Kesha, go ahead.
Your Excellency, I would like to add that a journey from VI to Aja and Eleko before used to take 3 hours. Or even more. We've been stuck in such traffic before now. You were there with us. You were held down by the traffic for hours. But with this road now, by the time you are in Eleko, you'll be thinking you're still at a hotel. From Amadou Bello Way, you will be thinking you're still at a hotel. That is what infrastructure development has brought to us in Lagos and in Nigeria. I would like to use this opportunity to thank the President, His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for being a good visionary leader, for envisioning this and bringing it to pass in our own time.
This is
We want to thank.
this is about the end of the section 1.
Yes, sir.
We've already done 7 kilometers on one carriageway, and we are
From
working on the
Eleko
other
inward.
one. Yes, Eleko, walking from Eleko towards Ahmad Bello Way.
Yes.
And the idea is that by May 25th, we have 10 kilometers here for commissioning and 20 kilometers coming from the Ahmad Bello Way.
Yes, sir.
You know, this is fantastic work. You know, the woman may come and claim that place. So, you know, I think she's very good at vegetation. We can invite her to claim that place. You know.
So, once again, Your Excellency, you're welcome to Lagos. Thank you, sir.
That was a very insightful welcome remarks by the Controller of Lagos. Now, it is time for a brief introduction of the purpose for the stakeholders' engagement on phase 1.
We must continue to ask, change the subject to ask where the $250 million is. Are you with me? I want social media and the stakeholders to ask where is the money. We should be interested in the money. No be so? Is there anybody who is not interested in the money? I'm also interested in the money. Are you interested? So we have to go to social media to ask where is the money. Show us the bank. Show us the bank account. Publish the company, these people that contributed. And then the tax man should ask, where is the tax from this money we fixed? We will not surrender. The war has just started. She must show us the money. You know, so we launched today Operation Show Us the Money. Very good.
Thank you. Let's officially take the statement of purpose of this meeting. This will come from the Director Highways, Bridges and Design, Engineer Beat Obiahan. Please, 5 minutes. Give him a round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Works, our boss, Director Road Design, Federal Highways, Federal Controller of Works, SSA to Mr. President on Community Engagement, our distinguished Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I don't know whether you are as excited as I am. I don't know who is as excited as I am. I was here at the beginning. We were all here last year to flag up this project. And by the end of this year, I think I would have spent 35 years in Federal Ministry of Works. It has never happened before. That we're able to attend this in so short a time. Thank you, Your Excellency, for providing the leadership, and thank you, High Tech, for making this Mr. President's dream come true in so short a time. Why are we here again? We are here just to let you know that what you're hearing in both the media, print media, electronic media, and social media are real. You can go, it's not too far from here. Ahmadu Bello Way is not too far. You can go and see all we are showing you. So it doesn't look as if we are doing a movie for you. It's real. Walk across and feel it yourself. The essence of our coming together is for us to continue to engage with you. Yes, properties have been lost, agreed, but not in the magnitude is being quoted everywhere. People are just trying to be mischievous. Everything we have shown you are nothing but the truth, what we met on ground. And all we have been doing is engaging you, engaging the contractor, and tasking our brains to see the best economic route to follow and come out of where we are. And as we go on, any challenge we meet, we try to address it as it arises. So basically, that is why we are here. We have shown you all. Can we look at section 2 at once, please? All we have been showing you is section 1, from here to Eleko. We have also made a very good inroad from Eleko to boundary between Lagos State and Ogun State. I think we just have 6 more kilometers to go with both clearing and sand filling. And we are urging you, pleading with you, cooperate with us, and in less than no time, this whole project will be a reality. This is just phase 1. Oh. This is section 1. We still have other sections going from Ogun State, Ondo State, Delta State, Bayelsa, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River. And the good thing is, we've also commenced construction from the Cross River end and coming back, just to make it a bit faster. Are we in section 2 now? Yes, this is section 2. You see, we have done a lot of sand filling, and it's going on. This is what we are doing presently. This is section 2. Can we have the before the construction, please? First. This is beyond the Eleko. It's not magical, it's there. You can go and see for yourself. Yeah, this is before. No, this is the Dangote Road. This is not our alignment. Our alignment is somewhere beyond there. Not this one. This is not our road, though. The whole bush you are seeing now is where the alignment is. Yes, it's running parallel to the existing road at some point, and there are some points it now begins to deviate. And where we have any major crossing, this is the alignment. Anywhere we have any major crossing, there's a flyover. This is mainly what it looked like before we commenced, and all the way coming backwards is Ahmadu Bello, then going forward is Eleko, I hope I'm right. Then we are going to Ogun now from this side. Yeah. Yeah, well, this is kilometer 91, and our end point is 103. So you see that we are very close to the end of the project. The end of this section, sorry. So we're going, the good thing is section 2, there are not many properties that we're going to encounter, unlike in section 1, where we had a lot of built up areas. Before people will begin to tell you we knocked down their houses. That's why we managed to keep the record of what it was before we started and what it is as. That's the dredging activity going on. Okay. So we are moving, and because we are doing a drone from top, you don't really appreciate the height of film. It's over 5 meters from the ground, so it's not a child's play. Yeah. This is where we are now, and we just have 6 kilometers to get to the boundary between Ogun State and Lagos State. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Honorable Minister, for the leadership.
Wow, this is very mind-boggling. I think we can do something for the Honorable Minister again. The next is brief on enumeration by Dr. Abato. Brief of enumeration of PAPs, property affected persons, by Dr. Abato. Thank you.
The Honorable Ministers, distinguished eminent domains on the high table, so that I will not waste our time. Our distinguished KBCs, thank you so much for the honor to brief us on Section 2 of this project. It runs from Eleko village to Odeomi town. So much has been said about compensation, because I have to lay my voice here for clarity. But there's a forgotten dimension to infrastructural provision by government. The truth of the matter is, when you look at that road, you are saying, when it is completed, even before it is completed, the public benefits. The federal government will not benefit. The Ministry of Work will not benefit. Even our Honorable Minister will not benefit. And I will explain that to us. Before this road construction, if you go and do assessments of property values per square meters on that corridor, you'll be shocked. As of today, the value has tripled, meaning that the owners of the land on that axis, they are enjoying the wealth of the nation. The government, through these infrastructures, have been able to unleash the wealth of this corridor. So when you look at what government is paying in terms of compensation, with due respect to people who have lost properties, what they have lost, you do comparative analysis. You realize that the people on that corridor, they are better off. They are more of a billionaire now than before. If you want to text that, we can do analysis and I will test you all that. The cost of construction compared to the multiple of effect in wealth creation, so that you appreciate government more. Aside from connecting people, connecting cities, they are also building wealth. I'm an essay surveyor and valuer. For compensation on Section 2, we have relied on statutory provisions. And when we say statutory provision, we are talking about the Land Use Act of 1978, which provides for government under Section 28 to revoke interest of people for overriding public interest. And where that revocation is done, Section 9 provides remedy that people whose land has been taken away should be compensated. But in compensating them, there are provisions. It says that you pay for annual ground rent where that is provided for at that particular year. Or you have what we call economic trees, crops on that land. Or you have burial ground, you have shrines, it is provided for. Also, when you have what we call unexhausted improvements like structures, buildings, the law provider, you should be paid. But because Section 1 of the land said that all land now belongs to government, nobody owns land in Nigeria today. So no compensation for land as long as the Land Use Act is concerned. So for purpose of clarity, we must have that at the back of our mind. Land belongs to the state. Also, I need to emphasize the fact that the rate to be used as because it's statutory. That rate is to be given by the appropriate officer as specified in the law. So I need to say this for us to have that uniformity of direction. Having said that, we have about 4 firms that were engaged in this assignment. We're given specific shillage to cover. The first consultant is Yinka Oneko and Associates. They cover shillage 47 to shillage 61. From the evaluation, because in that particular axis, we have more of structures than economic trees. The total value of their enumeration and assessment is about 1,806,219,305.59. I can take that again for records. 1,806,219,305.59. The second firm that participated is called Victor Uko and Associates. Vic Uko and Associates, they participated in shillage 61 to shillage 75. And their own assessment came up with 761,556,105 naira. I will repeat. 761,556,105 naira. 761 million, apologies please, thank you. 761,556,105 naira. The third firm is known by Emeka Eriobuna and Co. They did shillage 75 to shillage 89. And they came up with 1,697,185 naira and 16 kobo. My firm, known by Samson Agbato Consulting, we did the last shillage. And from what the director showed to us, they were just vegetation. So our value came up with 473,441,188.65. I will repeat. 473,441,188.65 kobo. When you cumulate the 4 firms together, it's giving us a value called 4,738,294,784 naira 40 kobo. I will repeat. It came to 4,738,294,784 naira 40 kobo. That is the total enumeration and compensation assessment for section 2. So we discovered that the woman, because I had the minister talking about $250 million investments, and that's very surprising, because 250 million is a lot of billions in naira when you convert it. And when it comes to building, they cannot be hidden. Even when you do piling down to 35 feet, when you are going up, we will see it. So from what we have seen so far, from my colleague that did that enumeration, there's nothing there. What we saw was just fence, and we saw gatehouse. There was no estate. Because if we saw estate, we will enumerate estates. And let me also mention the fact that the minister have done so well. This is the first time I will do assessment that is tied to coordinates. So even valuers now are in trouble when you put a coordinate and the property is not there, and you are claiming there's a property there. That's unethical.
And if there was estate, where are the approval plans?
There was no estate.
The approved plans by Lagos State government and the money paid for the drawing approval.
There was no structure there, sir.
Which Lagos State government official supervise the construction of the estate? So we will continue to ask, where is this $250 million US? That's what should be on our lips. Go ahead.
So we value what we see in enumeration. You value what you see. We call it rebel sick starting board. Value at its stand. And it's tied to pictures. We take pictures. We take the pictures of the structure, and we take the pictures of the owners' life. So when you see our report, you will see the owners with the pictures and with the coordinates there. So there's no room for manipulations. I want to thank the Honorable Minister and the distinguished member on the high table for this honor to present. Thank you, sir.
And after paying compensation for Section 2, we will seek your approval to publish all those who receive compensation, Sections 1 and 2, with pictures, how much was paid. We will do an engagement to agree on this. If you agree, we publish. If you don't agree, the public will see that you did not agree. So that is the transparency of this project. It's neither wasteful nor corrupt. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Your Excellency. According to the last speaker, he said, and I quote, "This is the first time we are enumerating with coordinates." Thank you, the Honorable Minister. Thank you so much. Next is a full presentation of the work progress from Section 1 to Section 2 by the consultant. This is going to be presented by the Managing Director of High Tech Nigeria Limited. Sorry, by the contractor, sorry.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. If I want to describe the project, I couldn't have described better than His Excellency, the Honorable Minister, Madam Controller, and the Engineer, the Director. But I will recap a little bit, so I will not bore you, and boredom is not good for you. We have so far executed on the Section 1. We have done on the westbound section, we have done 16.1 kilometers of CRCP. On the eastbound, we have done 13.1 kilometers. And as of yesterday, we only skipped the 1.5 kilometers that are exposed to the ocean. And we have started yesterday night on the kilometer 15.4. We have equally, at the end of the project, we have done on the westbound 7 kilometers of CRCP, and we have started on the eastbound, and we are targeting the 10 kilometers, so we can see how we can fast track the execution and progress on the ground. This is as concerned the CRCP. As far as the sand filling is concerned, Your Excellency, we have executed so far about 37 kilometers in total out of 47.5 kilometers. Thank you. Yeah, in less than a year, exactly. This is as Section 1 is concerned. If we skip to Section 2, we have started CRCP as promised and as instructed by the Honorable Minister back in December. His Excellency instructed us that he would like to see at least 10 kilometers on Section 2 made out of CRCP. We have shown some of the videos that can describe the area there. The sand filling is already in progress in multitude of sections. We have at the beginning of the Section 2, in the middle of Section 2, and at the end of Section 2 equally. So we are almost around 15 to 20 kilometers out of 55 kilometers that are ongoing simultaneously. We have already achieved 2 kilometers on both sides with CRCP at kilometer 54 backward to kilometer 48, and we are targeting to finish it in May 2025. Your Excellency, what we did not describe and what did not show, and I don't know if you allow me to, we would like to show a little bit the progress at section 3A, 3B, which is the Calabar section, the Cross River. Thank you. Can we run section 3, please? So this is section 3B, Your Excellency. Section 3 is split into 2 sections. Section 3A, 27 kilometers running inside Akwa Ibom, and 3B running inside Cross River from Calabar to the borders of Akwa Ibom. So this is what you can see. We have started the clearing and the cut and fill operation in section 3B, starting from the kilometer 65 backward. So we are there, and the progress can be seen, and I hope you can visit the site so you can testify and launch the project properly, Your Excellency. So this is where we are. We have cleared almost like 6 kilometers. This is in Calabar, Your Excellency. We have cleared almost 6 kilometers to the extent of 60 meters, and we have started the cut and fill operation. We are in the process of introducing temporary culverts with the use of steel pipes in order to have proper accesses and mobility for the site. And you can see as well the cut and fill operation that is ongoing. What we are waiting to finish or to continue the job in full from kilometer 65 all the way to kilometer 0 is a little bit of enumeration. And based on your instruction as well, Your Excellency, we are trying to realign, which you have graciously in principle approved. We are moving away from swamps and bridges to minimize the cost of the project. That was unforeseen earlier, and this is where we are in this project so far. It is worthy to mention, Your Excellency, that this job is not up to 3 weeks old. So we did not start the job maybe like 20-25 days ago. So this is where we are, and this is what we can show so far. Thank you. I would like to take the opportunity to thank you, Your Excellency, for the time that you have allocated for the coastal highway, as well as the ministry's officials, and thank you so much. God bless.
The voice of the Managing Director of High-Tech Company Nigeria Limited. The time for the passionate Honorable Minister of Works to speak is here. The time for the driver of the Renewed Hope Agenda on Road Infrastructure to speak is here. I therefore want to invite His Excellency, Senator Engineer Dr.
No, Oga, follow the distance now. The ESIA man is there to talk.
Sorry.
After that, we will call MTN and African Plus to confirm that their cables run through that Kwaja and educate us more so that we can bury this matter.
Please, let me invite for his goodwill message, the consultant.
Not goodwill message. He will come and give us his job, what job he has done. He's properly constituted consultant to ESIA.
Yes,
Let
sir.
us know what you have done on both sections 1 and 2 and what you are doing section 3. Very quickly, 2-3 minutes, please.
Your Excellency.
And if you have certificate, because Laila of Arise is very much interested in the certificate of ESIA. So if you have acquired it, I would like us to flash it so that she can, allow me to rest more.
Our most valued Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start like this. Were we to start at the Calabar end, if we have started in session 2, I'm not too sure the kind of noise, the kind of heat that was generated would have seen it, sir. Chainage 0 to chainage 24, I will say, the higher the mighty, properties and the like, that is where we have it. I recall when we met with you, when we met with those from chainage 1 to 12, and then 12 to 24, 24 to 36, and then 36 to 47.5. The ideas were different. From 0 to 24, they were talking about properties, assets. From 24 to 47.5, they were talking about the hazards associated with this project. So in other words, some people were protecting assets, the land assets, while others further look. In addition to our human lives, our living, our well-being, the key issues to pay attention to are not necessarily the property, but how the contractor is going to work so that dust is not generated, so that accidents do not happen. Those were the main concern you gave us. So in other words, sir, we've seen good enough those areas of concern, the landmark, and then you highlighted the other parts. They were the major issues on this corridor, kilometer 0 to 47.5. We've seen the second session. We don't have the kind of assets or property that we have there, we don't have it. And so we wouldn't have expected the kind of noise that we saw. And of course, session 3, the Calabar end, we've seen all of that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's given, based on what my colleague, Dr. Agbata, has said, because of the property we have, they've been able to value it, they are giving figures to it. And interestingly, the project, just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, is based on the extant law that guides all that is being done. Are we looking at it from the angle of federal government, the EIA Act, or could it be best practice, environmental and social standard? For instance, the use of the International Finance Cooperation Standard, they are seen to be best standard. World Bank Framework, they are seen to be best standard. And indeed, globally, they are all called environmental and social standard. They guided all that have been done. And they take into consideration the environmental issues, the social issues, and so on and so forth. In following that course, we have been able to work with the Federal Ministry of Works, and indeed, under the guidance of the Federal Ministry of Environment, to have this approved. And this is the ESIA certificate that we got for session 1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the government has done it in a manner that, look, they say small, let's make it in a manner that we can manage it, we can measure it, our performance. They didn't just say, oh, let's get an approval for the entire corridor of about 700 kilometers. They said, no. If we take bit by bit, we're able to manage the ripple effect, that's environmental or social. And so we also have actually gone through the entire process and obtained for session 2. And this is the certificate as well.
I want you to show it to our eyes very, very well. You have it now. Please make copies and give to Sister Laila. Yes.
And just to say, ladies and gentlemen, even and good enough Engineer Danin is here, the Federal Ministry of Environment is also monitoring the performance. We developed indicators, and so the ministry is monitoring all of that to also ascertain, are we following what the project says it's going to do? And so they've come around and they've done that. And another leg to this is that you have been part and parcel of the entire process, meeting the stakeholders. And here, we're meeting with you. The Honorable Minister ensured that all stakeholders are met. I recall that even right there on the corridor, in fact, interestingly, you recall when we were going through he mentioned the White House. I still recall when the project has not even gone through the process of digging the ground. We were there. And the minister was saying, can't we save all these buildings? We should be able to save all the buildings. And so he has demonstrated all of that. And that is the process of EIA. We have what we call the mitigation hierarchy. The first thing is avoidance, and we have followed that principle. So, ladies and gentlemen, without having to speak so much, there's a whole lot to say. Suffice it to say that this project has followed the extant law. Beyond following the extant law, has tried as much as possible to follow best practice. In addition to that, it has taken your concerns into consideration. And so, for us that have been there, we've seen it all. All we can say is to say, kudos, sir, to you and the team that have been working. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please, the next that will speak, please, just 2 minutes. For Africa Submarine Cable Project site, Engineer Ike Nnamani, please, for your speech. Engineer Ike Nnamani, CEO, Medallion Data Center. Please come for your 2 minutes.
Is it African Plus? So the woman says, you don't have cable in Okwaja. Tell the world whether you have cable or you don't have cable.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Let me stand on the existing protocol, acknowledging the presence of His Excellence and all the dignitaries here. This is more of a thank you visit that I've come here to do, and I will explain why. I'm here to first thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for this project initiative, because I can speak firsthand the impact, economic impact, this project will have when completed. And I will give a very simple example shortly to explain that, because I have a personal experience of this. Secondly, I want to thank you, sir, His Excellence, for putting the team together to make this happen, and the speed at which it's going. I would also want to thank the contractors, High Tech, for 2 reasons. They've been extremely supportive and cooperative with us in terms of the infrastructure we have there, making sure that it's not damaged as they do their work. And we are very, very appreciative of that. Now, why did I say I want to thank the President for this? Just as we all know, all the submarine cables, today we have about 8 submarine cables serving Nigeria. All those cables all come to Nigeria through the sea. and they are all located along that axis. Every one of them are along that axis. So when we are building the biggest and the most important one coming, which is the To Africa submarine cable, is primarily owned by Meta, but has a consortium of every other person with it. MTN is the leading partner in Nigeria for it, but all the major submarine cable providers are part of that. When we were building it at that locality, when we got to know that it was on the coastal road, so it was meant to be taken out. Not just the To Africa, the WAS cable landing station, and all the other submarine cables. We approached the Honorable Minister to say, sir, these infrastructures are here. Please, what can you do for us? These are critical to supporting the digital economy of Nigeria. And I must say that without spending a kobo or giving anybody any money, the minister listened to us, assisted us, and the road was diverted.
You didn't just approach me, you also wrote to the president.
Yes.
And president directed we should not tamper with
yes.
Yes. I was doing the directive of my boss.
Yes. Yes. So I must say that we are extremely grateful for that.
And you can see the cables, the yellow stuff.
Yes.
You can see our alignment before.
Yes.
It's on red and it's in direct conflict.
Exactly.
With those cables.
Exactly.
We've done this before, public engagement, and nobody objected to that.
Yes.
And that international woman was also here, or the $250 million woman was here when we ran this.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but we are all going to be beneficiary of this $250 million.
Yeah. So thank you, sir. I must say the projects are going very well. The To Africa cable should be ready.
And whoever that gave money to her and she's lying to them that there was no cable there. This is the man. This is the cable. In fact, these are the cables.
Yes.
So they have to go and collect back that money.
Yeah.
And look for true people that own land. We have a lot of land there now.
Yeah.
They can still do their this. So they should stop lying to. She should stop lying to them. If he collected money, she should give it back to them.
Yeah. And not only was the cable spared, the 50 megawatt independent power project by Mecca being built there was also spared, which is to supply power to the entire locality and beyond in that area. These are some very critical national infrastructure. And of course, I also recognize the village that was also spared, because some of them didn't know what to do. They did not want a case where even the Oba Palace was spared, you know, by this intervention.
7,500 houses were saved by your mercy. By saving the cables, yes, we saved. And the woman is saying, look, this 7,500 this thing were built on the gazetted route, that we should destroy them. And then why should you destroy them even though they were illegally built? But by saving the cables, which was compulsory in this, you know, we saved the building. So we were not just saving the buildings, you know, and then we went through a virgin, vegetation, you know, and that's what has happened, you know.
Yeah. So thank you, Your Excellence, and we're much grateful, sir. Thank you.
MTN, please. Is MTN here? Oh, you have spoken for them. Okay. So it's my time, eh? Okay. They have said everything. Don't worry, they know me. You know.
Thank you very much.
Please sit down. Danny, I'm told that your wife is in the house. Now, the days I was not with you, I can see you were at Calabar. You know, so I can testify that this project has fully occupied you. You know, let it be on record. My dear brothers and sisters, let me thank you very much for coming to this public engagement. There are some people that are here not because they have money to claim in terms of the enumeration, but because of the love they have for this development, which is, seen into the future. And I can always say that Mr. President 27 years back saw into the future. And so this project is not just road construction, it is an investment. And, yes, when you see people that are still pretending to confront the project, it is out of envy and jealous. There's nothing more than that. Because I've run the figures, and I'm saying that even the inherited projects, that on existing roads, the cost is higher than this project. And I want to thank very, very highly High-Tech. I've never seen a company working like that. They have 3 shifts. A company that has the capacity to do 1 kilometer of concrete pavement in 1 day. 3 shifts, all working. And not only they have 3 shifts, in one section they have more than 4 different sections doing the same work. And so, it is the taste of the food is in the eating. So I commend them very highly. A company that can do a project of 36 months in less than 18 months. We are saving money. But what we have to note is that there are a number of deviations on this section 1. For example, when we diverted to save a lot of properties as Mr. President directed, we encountered what we did not see during the design. And that was a stretch of over 5 kilometers where refuse were dumped, and they were dumped to a depth of over 10 meters. So that's going to introduce variation to the project. We have seen the filling of the road pavement. The road pavement, filled to unexpected, flood level. We have to build for about 50 years expected flood level. So we made sure that our level now is going to counter any climate change. And that has introduced our pavement level to be at the first floor of many buildings. And so to retain the road, we are going to be building retaining wall. It's already started. So we're doing that. And we also have, what nobody has ever said, the ducting, the cable ducts. So you don't have to cut the road, MTN, African Plus, or any other network. You don't cut the road. So the cables are there, and I saw it. What we have not known is that we are going to have CCTV on the road. So, and the response time for any issue will be less than 5 minutes. What we have not known is that this is an evacuation corridor. I've said this severally. We are going to be earning carbon credit by the reason of concrete, road pavement, because it has low emission compared to asphalt. We are going to be earning carbon credit by reason of using solar, because we are not burning diesel. This is very important. We are going to be having trees all through. So it's going to be a sight to behold. And I welcome you by the 25th of May to come and see what we have achieved. And by December, you will see wonders. At section 2, we have a lot of conflicts, but the ingenuity of High-Tech is giving us, full night sleep. We have the Dangote refinery. You need about 60 meters clearance for the trucks to go in and out. We are now building a flyover, that has a span of 60 meters. And then the next span is 41.6 meter, counterbalanced by the next span. And then the rest is 22 and 23 meters. So we are flying over Dangote refinery. We are flying over Dangote fertilizer. We are flying over some other conflict points. And the 7-axle road is coming. We are still studying how to maneuver that. Because the train is coming at the middle. The train is coming from the Lekki Deep Sea Port. And then our road is coming. The Dangote tax credit is passing. The 7th axle road is passing. It's going to be a point to behold. But I assure you, we are going to achieve it. We are going to achieve it. It's going to be another, tourist site. It's going to be. And let me announce that along the corridor, there are lands that the state government has also, given us right so that we can build, our toll gate, we build our, I call it relief centers, where you can stop to have snacks, where you can stop to, buy petrol, supermarket, petrol station, and so on and so forth. Even mini medical facility will be there, and of course tow van, so that if your vehicle is bad, like the vehicle of the enumerators, because I saw their rickety vehicles, then they have to be towed out immediately. But I'm sure they are doing a good job. They will be able to buy new vehicles. So this is very, very important. And major things we have achieved today in Section 1 is that, True Africa has come here to say, look, our claim is valid. We have cables there by themselves, and they came for thank you visit. And I thank you very much. You would have come with cow, for the thank you visit, so that I will share it with the others that are here, So, so that is showing, and why should anybody use them to lie, And I do the deeds of the man that appointed me. He said, don't destroy their cable. So why should I do that? And it would have affected the economy of this country. Just because a woman went to, acquire the people village land, and left it bare for the past 20 years. And according to her, collected money from people in diaspora. Some of them that have not been in Nigeria for a very long time. And so I want these people in diaspora, don't give your money anyhow. Use this one to make some lessons. So we've seen the reason why we diverted from kilometer 13 and saved 7,500 houses of Okwaja community, even though they illegally built on the gazetted land. But God says, I'm God. I will show mercy to whom I will show mercy, and I will show compassion to whom I will show compassion. So compassion and mercy visited Okwaja community by reason of African, plus, as directed by Mr. President. Do not touch their cable, which would have destroyed our economy. So we have to, some people have argued, oh, you are just building in Lagos. No. Lagos, 48.47 and the 55 kilometers, barely about 100 kilometers by 2. We've started in Cross River, and of course Akwa Ibom. We are going there on 14 Cross River to flag off the construction. Of course, High Tech has not been paid a kobo there, but they have already started. I pushed them to start. Then by 15th, we also go to Akwa Ibom to flag off the construction. And so that is 65 kilometers. Is even the worst terrain. By 2, that's 130 kilometers. Now, in the second legacy projects, the Sokoto Badagry, one section in Sokoto is 120 kilometers, 120, and we are about to start the second carriageway. In Kebbi, one section is 258 kilometers, and we are about to start the second carriageway, which means that if we start the second carriageway, after the procurement, we have 240 kilometers in Sokoto. We have, 516 kilometers in Kebbi. And that has cleaned off whatever thing you have in within this axis. Now, the third section of Sokoto Badagry is going to start from Badagry. But we have very deep challenges there. We have, the rivers of 3 kilometers to cross, and that's a lot of money. And so we are proposing about 4 options, working with High Tech, and of course we run it through Mr. President. He wants us to minimize the bridges as much as possible so that we can be very economical and then, enable us to achieve the project. And so we have proposed 4 options, which I'm going to be discussing with Mr. President. And then whichever option is chosen, then that is what we are going to choose. So between Badagry to Lagos, of course Badagry is in Lagos, Ogun and Oyo, is 145 kilometers. But we have a challenge of 65 kilometers within this axis. And that's what we are going to be discussing. And the moment we discuss this, that's the third section of Sokoto Badagry. Then we commence procurement, and of course work will commence. On the Lagos, Calabar. We have the first section in Ondo. We also were confronted with a lot of bridges in Ondo. So we went there last month and we've agreed on the most economical route, avoiding those bridges and then benefiting the people. I was so impressed when I saw the work going on in Calabar. And that is the essence of this. You can see the vegetation. You can see the amount of development that is going to come along this route. This is investment, and this is commendable. And the third legacy project is the one that is coming from Calabar, going through my own state, through Enugu, through Benue, through Nasarawa, Kogi, Nasarawa, and Abuja. Unfortunately, it was not awarded to High Tech. And that's why you have not seen High Tech. I'm not afraid to say we have not seen much construction going on there. Because if it were High Tech, they would always start without any mobilization. So nothing much is going on that axis. And that's why, they are bombarding me everywhere in Southeast that something needed to be done. So I will go back to the drawing board and talk to the contractor, because my kinsmen, they are looking for my head. That project ought to start in the manner of High Tech. This is very important. And so the Akwanga, which is the fourth legacy project, that is going from, the Abuja to Makurdi. You tear off at, Kefi to Akwanga, Akwanga to George to Bauchi, Bauchi to Gombe. That's the fourth legacy project. So it's in a loop that is all connected. So the four legacy projects are all connected together, and no region is left aside. Can we put our hands together for Mr. President? Now, before I sit down, it's important to say that the press should work with us to lay, to sleep this issue of landmark. Having seen the truth, I want you to carry the advocacy, because no infrastructure of landmark was destroyed. We saw it here. We saw what it was before we passed. We saw what is there now that is we have passed. The same thing with the multi-million-dollar, woman. We saw what was there. We saw what is there now. So that people should stop asking us questions on this. We have explained enough. If there is more explanation, please ask us questions so that we can, conclude, that. So that everybody will be allowed to, exist. The Independence Bridge in Lagos, let me assure that the permanent temporal work is turning out to be the permanent work. We've been observing it, and we've not noticed any settlement. So in 3 weeks, if there's no settlement, that is the end of the job. No job will be done there again. But we went under the bridge. We observed that we need to work on the 4, pie caps. We've directed the buildware to commence action on that. We've also invited the Navy. We made an announcement that the waterway between Eko Bridge and Kata Bridge should be closed. But we need to know that in nation building, it's not just government. The people are involved. Why should we have trailers, buses loading on Kata Bridge? Independence Bridge, we have people that are taking fishes from the sea and are selling it. Vehicle would come there and pack and to buy fish. That is not good enough. That's not good enough. So I want Nigerians, Lagosians to help us. Our bridges are not designed for static loads. They are designed for dynamic load. Let us not allow hawking on our bridges. Let us not allow vehicles to park on our bridges. This is very important. If we don't do this, and what happened at Independence Bridge happen again, of course there is no choice. You have to close the bridge. Even if we do announcement of 1 month, the point is that the people will suffer. These bridges were not constructed by us. The bridges have aged, and so we have to manage the bridges while we continue with the maintenance being effected under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. This is very, very important. So let nobody go for now, because the dredger ship hit one of the pie caps and completely destroyed one, pile. We've directed Jilobeja to begin the design to replace that, which is a very technical thing, to replace it and connect it back and remove the rods, because if you allow the rods, because they're exposed, it will introduce rusting, and then we go into the entire pie cap, and that will destroy it, and that is catastrophic. So nothing to worry about. The number of pies that are being spade, they are big enough to hold this, but the Federal Executive Council had directed that there should be no dredging 10 kilometers radius in all the bridges nationwide. And that is a dredging machine. So where was the dredging machine going? We saw dredging on that top mainland bridge. And Jilobeja has warned that should this dredging continue, that bridge was going to collapse. We've had meeting with Navy. We said, please patrol the waterways. No sand filling, no dredging in all the bridges in Lagos. And of course, other places, very important. So why I say this is that it is our responsibility to ensure that we don't allow people to trade. We don't allow illegal mining of, on the bridges, inside the water, because all the pies in Lagos are being held by skin friction. What it means is that it's the sand that is holding it. It's the sand that is holding it. So if you remove the sand, the pies will start doing like this, dangling. It's very dangerous. So I want to assure you that we are going to, I've told the engineer Danny, we are going to locate, a machine, a robotic kind of machine that will be able to do the diving. We see everything happening, inside the water in all our bridges, so that we will not be spending huge money to ask divers and so on and so forth. It's costing a lot of money. So it's going to help us to locate that machine. And we would like to buy it because we want to declare, I don't want to use, bridge emergency, on our bridges. Bridge emergency to understudy what is happening 53 years after we constructed these bridges, not only in Lagos, but nationwide. And so in the coming week, we will be making available the projects that are going to be commissioned by Mr. President from the first day of May. And we also make available projects that will be commissioned by December. This we are going to do. And so I want Nigerians to have hope, in renewed hope administration. We are building for the future, and the heritage projects are given adequate attention. Time will not allow us to run again what we are doing zone by zone. But I want to thank you for your commitment and the partnership. I see that the hall is filled up. So we welcome questions, we welcome remarks, and we thank God for you. Thank you.
Please, can we welcome the Honorable Minister with a rousing ovation? Can we all stand to welcome the Honorable Minister? Thank you, Excellency, for that thought-provoking address of yours. It is now time for question and answer. But because of time, we will not take everybody. There is a phone number that will be placed on the screen, 080309866263. That is SA Media to the Honorable Minister. In case you are not allowed to speak because of time, please just send your question, your comment to that phone number. Now let me invite His Royal Majesty Alayeluwa Oba Adeleke Akibu I Adegbin Oba of Lepia Ibeju Lekki, please, for your comment or question. I invite you here, sir. A round of applause for you, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Minister here seated, our supportive Madam Kesha, the Federal Controller of Works, and others dignitaries here seated. Before we say anything, I think the Ibejuleki royal institutions also deserve a clap for themselves, because we always take time out of no time to attend this stakeholder meeting, even knowing fully well what we pass through. But to God be the glory. I want to start my goodwill message from there. Madam Kesha have said that in the next 1 hour from Bejuleki to VI is going to be obtainable for us. So we still deserve another clap. Now, I want to go in the simple questions, and the questions go to ITEC. Looking at the section 3 of that project, because I've once a building supervisors, and looking at the topography of that land, I don't know if there is still a measure that the topography of that land will be leveled. Because you know, people are so funny. After you have wasted effort in constructing roads, and at the end of the day, some people now see that this is an avenue for them to tap unavailable resources by extracting that sand. And don't you see that it's going to collapse that road? Because I'm trying to study the way and manners that is. So the questions is for you on how to achieve that. Nevertheless, I want to say kudos, because I am speechless with what I have seen. Now, wow. Àwọn àgbà lọ́wọ́ bọ̀ wọ́n ní títà ríro là ń kọlà tó bá jìnnà tán ó máa dògé ni. I think it's becoming beautiful now. I can testify that David Umai is working under the instruction of our son, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I pray to him that by special grace of Almighty Allah, by the special grace of all the ancestors, it has said by you. I know we still have a match to play, 90 minutes. We are playing one now. We still have another 90 minutes to play. Anyway, Honorable Minister, we want to send you to Asiwaju. Benny. Yeah? We want to send it to Asiwaju that we have seen the good work. We appreciate it. And we pray that by special grace of God, it shall land well. It has started well, it shall land well. Kudos to ITEC itself by putting their think stand together and make sure the works in line and instructions of the Nigerian government. You have been giving your best, and I pray your best shall come successful. I want to appreciate everyone here, because it's not easy for us leaving our home down here. I don't have anything to say to you than to say thank you and God bless you. God bless Nigeria. God bless Lagos State. God bless Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Thank you.
Yes, the Honorable Minister.
Thank you.
Sir, can I? Okay.
Yes, your observation is also my observation, because this sound feeling is like balloon, and that's why even in other projects that are not in Lagos, I do not designed for this sand to be protected by stone pitching, because the moment the pest of the stone pitching cracks, then the sand will go out, and that's the end of the road. So I think High-Tech is also worried by cost. I will ask them not to stop the slope concreting. Let us look at it, because it is good to do it once and for all. They have started retaining wall in a number of sections. I will prefer full retaining wall in all this. We're going to have a committee to come and review all that were not on the project that are now in the project. And so it's better for Nigerians to say no, don't put retaining wall, than that we fail to do what is correct and then we take the blame. So for me, any way that we have that is less than, that the filling, the pavement is above, 600 millimeter, above the existing ground level, we must use retaining wall to retain the sand. Another thing we must be very careful is for people not to build on our retaining wall, because I see their fence. The moment we build the retaining wall, then they will now come and demolish their fence to now build on the retaining wall. So if that happens, I think we have to beg the Lagos State government to pass a law to prevent that. So that is what we are doing. And of course, all the bay lands we are acquiring, from here to Cross River to Akwa Ibom, all the lands that are bay, we are acquiring it, as part of the road. One, to protect the road, and two, for commercial activities in a well-programmed and defined form. So your observation is germane, and if you go there, you find out that, High-Tech has started a number of retaining wall over there, and then few concreting of the slope. But I think that, we will, even though it is more expensive, go by the retaining wall, because so far the retaining wall is there, and you can't even, crack it. Even some people may want to start digging that, that place to build their houses. That is what, if people can be selling on top of bridges, is it to just open that thing to get sand to build their houses? That will not do. So we'll do everything to prevent that, knowing the society, all of us belong to. Yes. Any other one? Okay.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The Honorable Minister.
Yes, sir.
To make it comprehensive, thank you very much, sir. I did a journey about 3 days ago to Abuja, and I saw what you did from Lokoja down to Abuja. That road spoiled my car the last time I went. Thank you, God bless you. Thank you, God bless you. Honorable Minister, my fear is that who will continue after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? After the 8 years, I will plead with you, start warming up for 2031, because this project has to continue.
You want them to kill me, Avec?
They won't kill you. The set of people who are in race with you, who will talk to them. Yes, the Honorable Minister for FCT and your person, the Governor of Imo State. We will plead with them. When we get to the bridge, we will cross it. You will be the next president after Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, inshallah. Secondly, we are not here to crack jokes.
Allow me to do this more work.
No problem. We are not here to crack jokes, sir. Concerning the issue that borders on that $250 million woman, yes. As a criminologist, I will advise you, we have to be serious in Nigeria. Write a petition to the IG and copy the necessary quota. We will take action on that. It's germane. Secondly,
well noted.
Secondly, sir. Thirdly, sir. I have a property, an hotel property. My lawyers are here. They've not do the compensation. I think it's in section 2, right?
Is this section 2 or section 1?
Section 2.
Okay, this section 2.
Yes.
They have not done the enumeration.
Okay. Okay,
We have done.
Okay.
Yeah, let me announce that verification should start tomorrow under the controller.
Okay.
Verification. And the payment is going to start from 26.
Okay.
We're going to, after verification, we write to the contractor and he will pay.
Okay.
So announce over and over, verification to start tomorrow. Kesha, you have to put up a secretariat for that and announce the secretariat, and then payment will be done from 26th of this month.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. For record purpose, my name is Ajetumobi Abudu Said, the junior brother to Onibeju of Ibeju land. Sorry, sir. The media in between the Dangote Task Road and the Lagos Calabar Express in section 2. Can I see, because I still have other lying property lying fallow, can I raise it? Do you advise me, or I should leave it?
It belongs to us.
It belongs to you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
His Excellency, Honorable Ministers, we appreciate you so much. So let me just sit on the existing protocols. I want to speak on the youth. You said this project is an investment, and true, it's an investment. The last meeting I heard you say the same thing. Today you said the same thing. In social media, I've heard you saying the same thing, which I believe is true. But my real concern is, I came from Odeomi. Ogundadeleke Jetro is my name, from Odeomi. The youth in Odeomi, they too were interested in this road, and they want to add value to their life. For that reason, I want you to speak with ITEC, the way it can help them too, so that we use what is called localizing the local content. That it has some job. ITEC is an indigenous company, right? And there are some job that people in the locality, they can enjoy.
Like what? Like which job now? We are being specific.
Okay. If the capacity to give them dredgers, some of them, they have the capacity to dredge.
Dredgers?
Like dredging of sand. From
where have they dredged before?
Some of them have some company. They have some company that they can liaise with.
Let them write to me.
Okay.
A committee will be set up to see where they have dredged before.
Okay.
And to look at their machines.
Okay.
But right now we don't have any dredging work. When we start Calabar, or Ondo.
Okay.
Yes. After that, we would have verified. You see, Dari is assistant to Kesha, so you can submit all the petitions or this thing to him. They will go and do verification. We are interested.
Okay. Now, apart from that labor work, like those who can do security, those who can work along with the drivers and make men work with your men
drivers,
aside.
Nothing lost for C now. For that.
You see?
Nothing lost for C.
To drive. Driving.
We have 99.9%, of the people working on this course are Nigerians.
Yes.
So if they know how to drive,
yes,
they should go and they report to Kesha or to Dari.
To Dari. Okay.
Okay.
So okay,
don't worry the contractor. Report.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Allow him to finish. Have you finished?
So then there is you made mention of cable and you show us here.
Yes.
And because of that, you made a lot of diversion and the rest.
Yes.
After Odiomi, we have the Okelenji project, which we want to be existing. And as we like this road, we also like Okelenji to be there. So if your project, this road, is not a road after construction, someone will say, let's deviate. No. Because of that, we want you to look ahead at that project master plan.
Which one?
The Okelenji company. OKLNG. Local free trade zone. The local natural.
At section 1 or 2?
It's in section 2. So that they too will be able to pass the existing road, which is east-west road, so that the master plans of OKLNG will be exist, so that we can
their name, please.
OKLNG.
In section 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
We are in talk with them. No hal at all. Okay. Are you Mrs. Ifoma?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
My name is Barrister Nkechi Chukwueke, your younger sister from Eloma, Isukuato.
From the woman?
Which woman? I said from Eloma, Isukuato, Abia State.
You know, Oma, they're the same. Yes.
Hey, Jide Nkiji. I'm standing on the existing protocol. I'm so proud of our illustrious son. And like I said before, I am not as astonished as you people are doing, because I know him and I know what he has done in Ebonyi State. He turned it around. The best state so far within a short period. And after him, a few governors have started taking steps. It's now a competition. He started the record. Having said that, sir, talking about the right of way. For the, the road is so high. Service lane.
Is it within this?
Yes, all of this. So, like they are doing a main estate now. They're already building.
Let me help you, my sister. The people talk out of order. They don't know the context of a project. They just hear the amount and they start talking. We are not considering any service lane, because I have to take the much I can defend. Okay. Service lane, very important, but it will not form part of this project. Okay. So that I will not be explaining and explaining. We can bring it up and then we will look at it. But after we have taken tea, we start looking for VATI.
Okay, so, sir. Good I mentioned this. Like Ibolomi side.
Yes, we have service lane in Dangote. By the time it's
too high, how will the villagers how do they access their land, their houses?
The service lane is the answer.
Yes, sir.
But this road is not meant for you to come from your house and access the road. No, it is an expressway. You only access it by the interchange. Okay? But the service lane is very, very important. So we will put heads with Lagos State government and talk to them. It should be their duty to build the service lane, because it is going to be servicing the residents of Lagos. Our own is to put a throttle at Ahambelo and then end up in Akwa Ibom. Throttle, no stopping. 120 kilometers per hour. That is it. So
it's good enough that Lagos State will come in. Otherwise, they will be cut off, or they will need a ladder to climb the road.
Did you hear me? I say we are going to be talking with Lagos State government.
Okay, sir.
This is what we go. It's a very good question, but we are not adding it to our trouble now.
It's not your decision.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Continue the good work.
Thank you. Yeah, somebody here. Finally, the live TV, please give us another 5 minutes. We'll be through in 5 minutes.
My name is Engineer Fola Olumide, sir. I want to thank you very sincerely for what I've heard. You have made me glad, very happy indeed with this project. But I am working presently in a zone between the Dangote Road and your new the new coastal road, the Lagos Calabar Road. And we are locked in. It's a swampy area. And I'm closely monitoring the culverts that are coming into that corridor. We need assistance for a closer look, because there was a continuity before in that area. The water swamped, in bad weather, water will get away. But now the Lagos Calabar Road is blocking us in, and we need the culverts to be
very
well
simple.
studied.
Tomorrow, tell her where she do.
I will.
He go carry you to that place.
Thank you.
And he will investigate, and they talk with Dangote, talk with High Tech, talk with me. We will solve the problem.
Thank you. Thank you. I've started discussions. God, thank you.
Okay. A vote of thanks from somebody appointed by Mrs. Kesha.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of Lekki.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I must say, praise the Lord. Very.
Did we save your church?
Your Excellency, very distinguished, our royal fathers here, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to speak on behalf of Les, and I wouldn't want to take your time knowing that you've really spent quality time addressing, our constituents. Yes. So, Your Excellency, first of all, we want to, yes, Your Excellency, okay, my name is Uche Inhiakanwa. I'm the Vice President of an organization called LESA, Lekki Estates Residents and Stakeholders Association, that covers all the estates, stakeholders, residents from 1004 to Epe, and that's where our coverage area is. We truly want to stand together in unity.
Did you cover that landmark and because if you do, then it means you are not because you have to mediate.
No, we don't cover that area, sir.
You don't cover those areas. I want to annex those areas in your domain now.
Yes, thank you very much,
so that you can, mediate. You understand? So that because they are deceiving people. I don't like when people are deceiving people. Yes. If Landmark is still talking, he's my brother, but he's deceiving people. It's political. It's that woman. I don't know. She bears the name that looks like Southeast. Our people don't behave like that. Yes. We are honest people. That's but correct. She's been dishonest here. I can say that.
That's correct.
When I can't find the 250 million, then it is the corruption that the former president is talking about. It's corruption, not on the road. It's on the claim. Are you getting me? So be able to intervene so that it will prove the integrity of your destiny.
Your Excellency, I commend what you've just said. We will do that. We will engage them in a very good, worthwhile discussion. But one thing I wanted to recognize and thank you also, Your Excellency, is the recognition of Madam Controller. Madam Controller, I've not met her, but quite frankly, on behalf of LESA, we want to acknowledge her impact, the work that she is doing, her duty. She is a very core engineer, a diligent woman. We read about her, we follow all that
she is doing.
You are
speaking late. Supposing I had sacked her.
No, we know you would. So we thank you and we thank Lagos State. We thank you and we thank Lagos State government, and the governor of Lagos State, for taking that action to support her.
Kesha, I will ask the media houses what Kesha did to you, because you were digging and digging. She has done very well with you people on the lighter boots. And
I want to also commend the high-tech group for the quality of work that they are doing in the area. You've done very well. We are very grateful. The impactful work that you people have done is indeed a lifetime project. And we are truly, truly grateful for the work that is going on in our axis. And whatever way that we can give support, as I heard one of our royal fathers say, we will be there to give support to ensure that Nigeria develops, that development comes in this land, and peaceful development, actually. We are truly grateful. Without further ado, Your Excellency, for the good work that you're doing. You're carrying the flag very high. Thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for the excellent work you're doing. We are truly grateful to you. We are grateful to Mr. President, and we are grateful to Lagos State. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you.
I think this will stand for vote of thanks.
Yes, sir.
No, be so?
Yes, sir. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we will rise up to still respect our nation by singing the first stanza of the national anthem. May we all rise, please.
Just 2 minutes.
Then this is this. Then 1, 1, 1.
Please sit down for 1 second.
Then this is Department of this. Obia of the man. This is Ministry of Works 1. Okay. This is John 1. My security. Minister of Works 1. Director, this is 3. John 1. My security 1. Other security, 1. And the place 1. Now we can.
May we please arise. The national anthem. Nigeria, we held thee. Our native land. Though tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Let me come and shake hands with her.
Please permit me to announce. That there is food in the house, so please don't rush. We'll just hall and food is ready. Please don't rush to go home. Food is ready. Thank you so much.
And there will be a brief group photograph with the Honorable Minister by those on the front row. The high table with the Honorable Minister and those on the front row.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.
Articulated vehicles coming